Okay, and welcome back to another episode of the Saucy Boys.
Saucy Boys.
Saucy Boys. We ain't even drink yet.
Just jazz hand that motherfucker.
Saucy Boys.
Feel like I'm giving a picture or something like that.
God damn.
Picture this. Saucy Boys. Yeah.
So when you look at the stage design, they got a table with a couple of couches. Then they got some fancy wine glasses. Well, that's what's going on today on this episode. So I go by the name of Chaku.
Michael Stokes, baby.
And being that it's Black History Month, or as Kanye likes to say, Black Future Month, we're sticking to black-owned brands. And so today, I thought I would switch it up, partially because I've been busy as fuck, and I went the lazy route again. I apologize.
My man.
But today, we're going to have to go with a little rosé. Huh. So we got the Belaire rosé. We're gonna try this out today, and do a little fancy sipping with a pinky out. So
Rosé.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop this open. Today on this episode, we're gonna get a little ASMR. So,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna get this shit.
Woo. Well, while you getting that started, I do got a question for you. As we all know, we just passed by the big game is commercials and shit. You know they can't say Super Bowl in commercials, so that's why they call it the big game in all the commercials and shit, because you got to pay the NFL if you say the Super Bowl because it's been trademarked.
What?
Think about it. Next year when the Super Bowl comes around.
I mean, I noticed.
Yeah, and you see commercials and they all said like, "Oh, well, do this for the big game. This for the big game. Big game. Big game." They always say the big game because they can't say Super Bowl.
Damn. You know what? It makes sense, but I never thought about that.
Yeah. I learned that in a marketing class a long time ago.
Random things that you didn't think about. Brought to you by Michael Stokes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
anyways,
that's
you got to pop that.
Yeah, I'm about to get this shit cracking like chapped lips.
Yes, man.
Ooh, baby.
But I was gonna ask, what did you do for the Super Bowl?
So I worked. I worked downtown. I got done around 5:30, right before the big game. And I went in, got some Jollibee. And my parents ordered pizza, and we watched the rest of the game at my parents' house.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was wow.
Wow.
It's pretty chill. It was funny because like when I got to my parents' house, like it's all late, so everybody's just fucking on the couch, like
already slumped.
I'm like, well, damn, I should take my black ass home and my bucket of chicken. Goddamn it!
I'm taking the chicken with me.
Yeah, I'm taking it. Yo, the peach mango pies though,
they're the shit.
God damn.
I need to go back there, but I gotta find a way to go out there and like go out there for a reason besides just the Jollibee. You know what I'm saying?
There's a special pair of shorts that you've seen at Ingram Park Mall.
Okay. We'll see. Think so.
They have good sales out there.
Do they got an academy out there? I'm pretty sure
so.
they do.
Yeah.
All right, I got to take some compression shorts back anyway, so
Hey.
I'll see if I can do that.
And that, my people, is what we call finding ways to go to random spots that are kind of out of the way. Brought to you by Michael Stokes.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're gonna pop into this bottle.
Make sure you direct it away from me.
I'm gonna go straight up.
Don't
straight up, so my dumbass neighbor upstairs can get the fucking boop, if it even goes up like that.
Oh my god!
I never really popped a bottle like this.
Really? You gotta shake it up.
Start with straight shots and then pop.
Oh shit! Hey, it landed right in the fucking the icing. Yeah. For those y'all who don't know, that worked out to perfection. The cork shot up, hit the roof. So the neighbor upstairs, who's loud as shit, probably heard it and was like, "Oh my god, a gunshot!
Oh my god, the black guy downstairs.
That Negro underneath me just shot a gun."
I swear it was a 9mm. Oh shit!
So it was perfect, and then it hit the roof and fell right back into our ice bucket down here. So right now we're filling up our champagne glasses as we get ready to partake in some rosé.
Huh? Every time I say "huh" on the YouTube video, I gotta make Rick Ross's face pop up. Huh?
Bottles of that bubbly. Oh, you gonna pour mine?
Yeah, I got you, dog.
I
got you, dog.
Oh, thank you. That's so kind.
Oh shit.
Movie with the sound off. The Other Guys. Love this movie. I haven't seen it in a minute.
I always catch this shit on TV, but I never like watch it. It's always background.
No.
like it is today.
Check.
I hope that shit don't.
There's a little extra ASMR there. We're putting the bottle back in the ice if you guys are audio listeners.
For
only.
those of y'all listening on audio, so during this brief intermission, go on and get your drink ready. Man, I got that shit on my couch. Whatever.
Got a rosé couch.
It was worth it. The way the cork hit the ceiling, shit.
That was perfecto. Do we do a little clinky
Yeah, we're gonna
clink?
get a little clanky clank.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Yeah. Happy New Year. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
This episode is just full of ASMR.
We owed it to you guys. It's been a minute. Yo, that tastes like Sprite. This is a bad idea. Now I know why niggas be loving champagne and shit.
Yeah, they be like, yo, let me get another bottle of that rosé.
I can mix that with some like to do mimosas with rosé.
All right.
I don't have the OJ on me.
Oh man, I kind of need a paper towel real quick.
All right, go run.
You get
Go run it.
Mike gonna talk to y'all real
Go
quick.
run it.
I'll be white black.
So So yeah, great game. Definitely enjoyed it. I'll definitely get this out the way right now because Chaku's not much of a sports guy, but yeah, good Super Bowl. Congrats to the LA Rams. Really wasn't going for them. Wanted the Cincinnati Bengals to go. Here's what I don't like. I don't like how everyone's always talking about like, oh, don't worry, the Bengals are young. They'll be back. That's what they said about Dan Marino in the 80s. He was young too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't automatically assume people are going to be back, especially because the AFC is stacked, man. You got Patty Mahomes, you got Allen over on Buffalo. You got the whole AFC North is hardcore, bro. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers
Hardcore,
you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? Who are they going to get to be their quarterback next year? What if they make a trade for Aaron Rodgers? Things like that. Lamar Jackson's coming back. You can't just automatically assume that the Bengals are just going to win the AFC again or be back sometime within the next 5 years. That was a good shot, and they fumbled the bag at the end. But
yeah, they really did at the end. I was like,
it is what it is. I was rooting for Ohio because Cuddy was like really going hard for it, and I was just like, all right, Cuddy, I got you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Cleveland is the.
He's from Cleveland, not the Natty.
Cleveland is the.
Now, here's something I did find out though. I found this out a while ago. Another random fact. Because I have a homeboy who's from Cleveland, and I like asked him about Cincinnati, and I was like, yo, what's up with Cincinnati? How come I never hear you like mention it? And he was like, Cincinnati is more Kentucky than it is Ohio. And if you look it up on the map, it's like right on the Ohio-Kentucky border.
Damn.
So it's like it's more southern than it would be like Midwestern. Is what he said to me, and I was just like, oh.
So that's why I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, so that's why you don't fuck with Cincinnati. That's why they called it country. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. The more you know. Brought to you by Michael Stokes.
I'm filled with random facts today, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting these off. But along with the Super Bowl comes the commercials and the movie trailers. So let's go ahead and jump into this shit. Did you I feel like everyone for like the last 20 years keeps saying the commercials suck.
Okay, so I
enjoyed it.
I had this debate, right?
Yeah.
So I understand that not everybody is on social media.
Yeah.
And I understand.
I saw you post this. But yeah, go ahead.
And I understand that not everybody watches the Super Bowl. Oh shit, my bad. The big game.
Thank you.
So I understand that, you gotta, when you're promoting a product or a service, you want a wide range audience. I get that.
Yes.
I fucking get it, right? But when it comes to Super Bowl commercials, why do they show the whole commercial on social media like a week or even like a few days before the game?
It's typically like the week of the big game.
Yeah, like
You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
like I get it. Like you want to reach that audience on those platforms, but at the same time it's like that's the point of y'all doing those commercials is because you want them shown during the game because that's what brings the people that don't watch football to the game, because the only reason they watch the game is because they want to see the commercials in between in the halftime show.
And that is basic to the non-sports fan. They're there for the halftime show and the commercials.
In the commercials,
exactly.
Correct. And in the party, because I mean, if you're at the party and the commercials come on, it's like, oh, I already seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some companies that I've seen that they post like teasers which I thought was cool. Like, I know Lay's did a teaser, but then even before the game, they posted the whole fucking commercial.
They'll do like the teaser build throughout the week, and then like the day of the game, they'll just drop the full trailer. To me, it's similar to movie trailers and seeing them on YouTube as opposed to seeing them before a movie.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll drop. Everyone waits for like a new trailer to drop, and then it floods online, so you watch it over your phone and shit. But it just hits different when you're in the theater and that trailer shows up.
It's
and you're
more.
like, oh.
It's more exciting because
Exactly.
you're in the atmosphere. It's all about like just the atmosphere and like the ambiance of like where you're at and in the moment. Because if you're just watching this shit on your couch on YouTube, it's like, oh, that movie looks alright. Like, cool. I mean, if you go to the movies with your friends and you're watching the trailer, you can have a friend that's like, oh, that shit looks dope, and then the other friend be like, nah, that shit looks trash, and y'all can talk about it.
Yeah,
but if you're just sitting there watching trailers on YouTube, it's just like, okay, yeah, I might go see that one.
But that's also the same thing of what you talked about with the commercials and like the audiences, because it never shocks me. But every time I see like a dope trailer that I've seen on YouTube before in the theater, I always hear somebody say like, wow. And it hits me of like, oh shit, not everybody's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Not everybody is on social media. So this is still the first time they've seen that trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, some people just don't seek out looking up movie trailers and shit. They got other things going on.
I understand like maybe like the older audience, they're not going to be on those types of platforms.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people, like younger people, and then younger people tuning into the game. So it's just like, I feel like if you're gonna post that on social media, just do like a teaser. Don't do like the whole shit. But I mean, I can't speak for these companies. They got millions of dollars. They doing what the fuck they want to do. But my thing is just the point. The point of doing the Super Bowl commercials. Oh, sorry. Big game commercials is because you want them played during the big game. And then most of those commercials that I see are typically like influenced by football and have like some kind of remnants of like football in it. You know what I mean? So like it pertains to the game, so it just all fits. It's like just this one thing. But when you see the shit on like YouTube, or you see the shit on Instagram or like Facebook, and it kind of takes away the fun from like watching the game, even if you're not like a big football fan.
Yeah. I mean, me watching it with someone who's uninitiated, like my girl is, like, she doesn't like, she's not a sports fan. She's not into like the like she's there, she's the super casual. She's there for the halftime show and the commercials. And like, if I'm doing a sample size thing, just being around her, she still got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still affected her the way that we remember seeing commercials were, because she is on social media. Yeah. But she, like, none of those commercials flew by her or ran by her. There was not one commercial where she was just like, oh, I remember seeing this on this app or something like. She never did any of that. And that could be a fact that she's not on Twitter like I am.
It wasn't like every commercial, but there was quite a few that I was just like, why don't y'all just wait? Yeah. Like Eager Beaver over here just posting this shit up all quick. But I mean, the only reason that kind of bugged me is because I got into a debate, and I don't like debating on social media. I really don't. No. But somebody hopped in the comment section and started popping. I was like, bro, like, I get it, I understand your side, but I'm just saying in the sense of like it playing during the big game, it's like that's the point of doing it. Like, if I was a company, like, I would tease the shit out of whatever product I was selling, and then the big game, like, the commercials are gonna be fucking amazing. Yeah. So one good example of a commercial that I really fucking thought was dope, and the whole marketing behind it was amazing, was, I think it was a Michelob commercial, and it had Chris Pratt in it, and he like goes to like be like an extra, and they were just like, oh, like, it's Chris Pratt, and he's like, okay, cool, like, go to the back of the line pretty much. Yeah. And so I guess when he gets to the thing, like, he finds out he's gonna be an extra, and so they just kept showing that one commercial, and then like when the Super Bowl came around, they showed a bunch of Michelob commercials, and Chris Pratt's like somewhere in the back. And he was really like a fucking extra in the commercials. And that shit was like the most like genius fucking thing. Like, I was like, yo, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Because at the time, like, he just, I think it was like Jurassic Park came out, and he was like Star-Lord and like all this shit. So he's like this big actor. And then like in the commercials, like, they're going to make Chris Pratt be a fucking extra. And then so like when the Super Bowl roll out, like when the commercials came out, and I'm like, oh shit, Chris Pratt is really in the back of these things. Like he's not like in the front of this. Yeah. Like,
a lot of times, like the companies that do that method of like the sneak peek throughout the whole week, and then on the day of the big game, they drop the reveal, is a lot of car companies.
Yeah.
So if I think back, like I remember like a lot of car companies doing their like clips throughout the week, and then during the Super Bowl, it was like, oh, this is the brand new Volkswagen Beetle. Here's the full commercial.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
like Apple with like the iPods and shit
Apple
like
did that too. Like a lot of companies would do that, and even that seems kind of like a distant memory. Like I feel like no one's doing that no more because of the internet, and there's some dude who already pulled all the specs and everything on the new fucking iPhone. So what does it matter? Like, but like, here's your reveal.
But I really appreciate like the people that are in marketing that are coming up with these ideas and still keeping like commercials fresh like that. Yeah. So like with the whole Chris Pratt thing and like being creative and, you know, like putting different shit out there versus like, well, damn, we just got to make a Super Bowl commercial and let's have some nigga eating Frito-Lays and let's put a bowl in the middle of the thing and everybody wearing jerseys. And it's like the typical fucking, you know, Super Bowl commercial. But
granted, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's just a thing of over time. Like it does feel like the commercials aren't as memorable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a thing you do every year now. Of like, here's the new commercials. So you're going to forget about them next week, but who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I remember the Budweiser frogs.
Yeah.
Things like that stick in my mind, and those debuted during the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the beer commercials, the Budweiser "What's Up" commercial.
What's that?
Yeah, they're just doing that. Like that's crazy that's how that shit started.
Yeah.
And then it made its way into Scary Movie. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking crazy to think about. But yeah, there's a lot of like things that like change that were culturally effective back in the day from a Super Bowl commercial, and that doesn't happen no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but on that end, they were okay. Nothing stood out.
The one that surprised me the most is with one of the most polarizing artists.
Oh yeah.
And most controversial is the Kanye shit. I was not expecting him to pop up in
pulled up in the fucking tank.
He put up, can I get
Oh, motherfucking yay.
Kanye is fucking wilding out right now. He is really wilding out. But what I really want to say at the end of that is like, I hope Ye is okay.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone thinks. Like we all just want it to be, I hope you're okay and you're just having your fun, you know what I'm saying?
Well, and then even with that, like, it's just like, I know some of the shit that like he's posting up there is a little bit wild, and like people are like, oh my God, like he's doing this and putting people in danger.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you gotta think about it. It's like, when does all of this shit pop up? What's coming out in like a week? Or was supposed to come out
2/22.
Yeah, like an album's coming out. Like I feel like this is all just hype.
We're 2/22.
It's a weird way to do shit, but I mean, I feel like he's kind of just playing off of that. And he's like, all right, well, these niggas already think I'm crazy, so I'm about to just type in all caps and post pictures of baby boy.
Yeah. Here's like, another random thing I just thought about. 2/22. And last time that happened was 11/11/11, like a decade ago, right?
Was it?
Or 11 years ago?
What's that called?
I don't remember, but I remember them saying like, yeah, this is. I remember when it happened back then. They were like, this won't happen again for like another 11 years. When 2/22 happens,
so it's not gonna be until another 11 years.
I guess so.
So like 33. Oh fuck.
And he should upload the album at 2:22 p.m. You know,
or a.m.
or a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has two chances to do it that day at 2:22.
Do you still think it's gonna drop?
Man, I really hope it is.
I don't think. I
really hope it is.
I don't think.
But knowing Kanye, he's gonna be like, oh, the kick drum just doesn't sound right on this. And then
how many albums have?
Then he gonna push that shit back to like fucking 24.
It's gonna be 2/2/23 when that bitch drops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So hopefully, I don't know, hopefully he drops it. But you know what I think it is? I think it's a compilation of just like songs that didn't make Donda 1.
Yeah. Because
he's probably sitting on so much fucking music.
No, more than likely. definitely.
Yeah, he's probably, and that too. For I need Pharrell and NERD to release an album or something. I need some more fucking just good music. I need Tyler to release another album already. I just need some fucking dope shit. I think the dopest thing I've gotten recently was probably that the Contract shit.
Yeah.
And then Silk Sonic. But I can't think
We
of
haven't
anything.
had like a big album release yet this year, have we? Everything we're jamming is still from last year. That's crazy to think about. So we'll be on the lookout for that. But moving on to more important stuff. How about the movie trailers, my guy?
Bro, so I'm gonna say the one I'm anticipating the most is gonna have to be Nope.
Nope looks I don't know why I'm saying it looks insane. They all looked insane. You know what I'm saying? Like every Jordan Peele project since Get Out is all just, the initial trailer is all just like, yo, what the fuck? And it's like, I can't put it together, but I'm pretty sure that cloud has some racial undertones or something like that. Yeah. So we'll find out about it. But yeah, that trailer looks crazy. I'm not a big Keke Palmer fan, but
I really ain't either. Yo, I'm glad you said that.
I'm my nigga. Man, I'm not trying to be an asshole. She's just not. She's not funny.
She's
to me.
cool, but I feel like she overacts.
Yeah, like there's a lot of actors out there who do, like, it feels like they're trying super fucking hard.
I feel like she's one.
And it's like,
I'm sorry, Keke. I'm sorry.
I hope this don't get back to her. We ain't that big, but
she gonna be like, I heard what y'all motherfuckers said on. Nah, but okay, so like I always get this shit a lot whenever I start talking about like Jordan Peele and like all the shit that he's produced as of lately. And people always like, oh, I didn't know that Jordan Peele could get like that dark and like do it. But if y'all really watched Key and Peele back in the day, a lot of them sketches turned into like some real twisty type shit. I don't know if you remember the one of that nigga doing the jazzercise shit. And him and that nigga was dancing. They was showing him the cue cards, and he was like, keep dancing. And he was like, somebody tried to hurt your family, and he's like looking around. He's like, do you know anybody that would want to hurt your family? And then they fucking turned it to Jordan, or not Jordan, but Key. Yeah, Key. And he's like looking at him like smiling and shit. And at the end of the shit, like he chokes him out. But it's just like there's a lot of like really dark shit like in the Jordan, the Key and Peele shit. That
think about the Steve Urkel one. I remember that?
I don't think
where
I've seen that
Jordan Peele is playing the dad from Steve Urkel from Family Matters, and he's like complaining about how the show started out about like being about a black family in the community and upright and like becoming like an upstanding citizen, and now after they introduced Steve Urkel, the show was all about Steve Urkel, and like his agent's like, look, there's nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying? Like he has to be on the show and shit, and it's like Steve Urkel has like telekinetic powers. And he makes his agent like pull a gun out and blow his brains out. He like walks in. He's like, did I do that?
Nah, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. But it has like that dark turn to it. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
But even that one that Latrell can't laugh or whatever, and that nigga's like, he's like, come on, man, just like laugh. He's like, you can do it. And he opens up his mouth and like everybody's ears is bleeding and shit. He's like, all right, guys, later. Or whatever. And he like walks out the door with the knapsack shit from like the cartoons. You remember that? Yeah. But it's just like he's been doing like some weird shit for a long time, and like I don't know. I think it's gonna be really good though.
Yeah. It's I don't know. I don't understand why it still shocks people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's his MO now. It's movie 3, almost what, 4?
It might be because there's
I know he's
Us,
like I know he's
Get
been
Out.
a part of other shit, but I think it's movie.
I think
3.
he had a hand in like Chucky.
Yeah. I think he did something with the Candyman remake.
Oh,
too.
I think he was probably like a producer on it.
Like, yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got his hands all in this horror genre and shit, and he's like redefining it for.
He's making it fucking cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad before, but it's just like he's making shit that like when you look at it, it's like eerie.
He refreshed the genre that you didn't think could be refreshed, because for the longest time we had gotten so caught up in the stereotypes of horror movies of like, well, this can only happen to white people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be real. Like, if you're a black person watching horror and you like horror movies, like, the big saving grace for all of those movies was just like, look, it's all white people getting slaughtered.
Ain't gonna happen to my black ass.
Like, yeah, it's all white people moving into the haunted house and shit like that.
Now
like,
it's happening to black people
it's
too.
like, yeah, and so now and he's hearkening on our fears and shit, and so now it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
and that's
like,
the crazy part about it.
But it just like the visuals for like all the shit that he's produced, like it's so fucking eerie.
Yeah,
like it just gives you like a, whereas like you watch like James Wan and like some shit like that, and it's just all his shit is like jump scares and it's just like grotesque. So, but
that's the thing. Like most horror things, all the jump scare is the formula now. Like,
yeah,
I hate movies built around jump scares, and that's why Jordan Peele features stand out, because like it's basically an eerie, unsettling atmosphere that he gives you.
Yeah,
and it's like throughout the whole film. With that being said, Us was trash. Not that good.
Us, yeah. I mean, it was all right.
He's got to redeem himself, and that's why I think this Nope is gonna be. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I like how his titles are really short too.
Yeah,
Us,
Get Out, Us, Nope. So, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Sorry if I keep checking my phone, but I entered a raffle today for some sneakers.
Oh, more sneakers, Chuck.
I have a problem.
Let's turn this into the Chaku. I got people waiting outside. I wanted to tell you, this is an intervention.
It's a bunch of niggas, my family.
It's like your family just
comes in the door like, we see you with new shoes.
Did you really need 7 pairs of Jordan 1s? It's the same shoe, Chaku.
I walked into the brother Chaku's closet and I found new shoes. Chaku, would you like to step forward and explain these new shoes? I was just trying to stick to my roots. What?
Because we can't afford no gas.
Say it. Man.
Afford no gas. So we ain't driving. No, really, we can't. That shit is getting...
Yeah, that gas is getting fucking stupid.
Oh, yo, I'm feeling the inflation now. Like, real shit. I just hit H-E-B before I slid through. My dog's dog food went up $2. I'm pissed. I'm like, yo.
Max, you're on a diet.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yo, nah, man, I went to go get gas and I went to grab the pump, and normally I don't look at the price because I'm just like, I gotta fill up anyway, so
and
whatever.
You're so used to it just being dirt cheap anyway, so you don't give a fuck.
And I looked at the price and I was like, ooh. I'm like, I was touching the shit like it was dirty. Like, no.
I can Uber, I guess.
I guess I could Uber. Uber would probably be cheaper. But yeah, that bitch is like $3.19.
Yeah,
I put unleaded. I put the basic nigga shit in my car. I
always put unleaded in that bitch.
I can't.
Super
all
shit.
y'all niggas with BMWs and McLarens and shit and fucking Mercedes and all the fancy shit. Y'all filling up with that. Well, I mean, I guess y'all got the money, so whatever.
I remember back during the recession, way back in 2008. It was a young buck driving, and I knew this guy who had like a fucking a family van, but it was cool because like it had all this space and shit in it, and like he just ride around with people in it and they just be smoking weed. But he had to park it because when the prices hit like the all-time high on the gas, I think he told me he had to fill it. I think it was like $120 for him to fill up.
Yeah,
we're talking about when the prices was like spiking at like $420 and shit. Oh man, he was like, nah, I can't drive that shit.
Hell no, I'm parking that shit at the crib.
It's like, I remember he'd always be like, you can ride around and smoke with us, but you gotta like throw in $20 for gas.
Y'all niggas been throwing gas money. This fucking Dodge Caravan with the sliding doors on both sides.
No, it was like the big boy one.
Oh, like the Astro van.
Yeah, like it had like the boomerang on the top, the old 90s antennas on the car.
Damn.
Like it was huge, bro. It was dope as fuck though. It's like the back section like you folded the seat down, it became like a bed and shit. Like it had all that room in there.
Damn, y'all was in fucking traveling smokers paradise.
It was the best. Had tinted windows and everything. Cops they never even second guessed it.
Like, who are these hippies?
Yeah. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
In California.
No, but I did another raffle. This is my first raffle. I always try to shoot my shot.
This month?
On sneakers.
Or this week?
No, it's like forever. I've never entered a raffle like at a store.
Oh, it's at a store.
Yeah. I always try to like shoot my shot on like confirm the sneakers, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just gonna go cry in the bathroom. But I went to my secret spot. I can't tell y'all because I can't have y'all motherfuckers showing up to the spot that I go and
tell me off mic
and get my secrets from. But I walked in there and they're like, a lot of the spots I had asked him if they're getting them in. And he's like, yeah, but we just stopped the raffle like 2 days ago. And then I popped into this one spot and they were like, raffle's going till 8 p.m. Sold, nigga, sold. So I put my name in the hat and he was like, they should call you around like 8 or 9. And I was like, oh, goddamn. So it's 9 o'clock and I haven't received the call yet.
Oh.
And I might be a little sad. So I might have to shoot my shot on sneakers.
This guy.
But it's the Jordan 1, the Marina Blue. I don't know why, but I just I like the colorway.
Another pair of Jordans ones. This guy.
The colorway is just so dope. But if I get them, I get them. If not, it's not a big deal.
I have an alert on sneakers. If we can commandeer the podcast for a second and talk about shoes, I have an alert for some dunks on the 17th.
Yo,
I'm gonna.
Which ones? Show me, because
I think it's the same ones you're probably thinking of.
Yeah.
Coming.
If any of y'all are sneakerheads out there, give us some tips, because we be trying. And Mike got big ass feet, so.
These ones right here.
Oh yeah.
I want those because they would match my camo joggers that I got. So.
Yeah, I like those nice. So scroll up, the ones above that.
Hold up.
Those are the ones I'm going for.
Those are the ones you're going for? All right, so he's looking at the Air Jordan 1 Dark Marina Blue. And I am looking at the Nike Dunk Low Siempre Familia.
Yeah, those are nice. I like them.
I like the gum sole, you know what I'm saying? That looks dope as shit. So that's what we're swinging for the fences on. Hopefully we can get in.
Hopefully we can hit. I went to JD at Ingram the other day, and I walked in and they had the 5, the Racer Blue. And I'm not really a fan of 5s. I like the ones that I got, but I seen the Racer Blue ones and I was like, those aren't too bad. And I almost bought those, but they told me I had to wait till 5 p.m. and I had shit to do. So
why'd you have to wait till 5 p.m.?
I don't know. They've been doing like random shit.
It's because they tired of fucking seeing you. It's like, oh man, it's the guy for the Jordans
it's
again.
The guy with the man bun again.
Like,
there he is.
Tell him you can't have him till 5 p.m. Fuck.
Like, damn, we see this nigga like every other day.
Like,
do you want a job? We're hiring. Shit. But they've been doing like a lot of weird shit with like sneaker releases. So like some places will release in the morning, and the other places are just like, oh, we're gonna do it like 3:15, or we'll do it at 4:45. Like they just like whenever they want to, because they got the stock there, you know, and they know it's gonna sell out.
Yeah.
Like, so they're just like, all right, well, we'll release it when we want to release it.
They do that so they can set aside their size.
Well, then that too, it's just like I went the other day. I was already at the mall. It's random. It just opened up. Like I was killing time before I had an appointment, and I had walked into JD. I was like, let me just see what they got. And so they had a pair of ones in there, and I was just like, oh, let me see if they have my size. And so I went to go ask for my size, and there was like 6 other dudes that just came and swarmed me like, do you have these in the fucking? I'm like, bro, y'all are like, like they just came out of nowhere. Like,
do they get commission?
I have no idea.
Like, I always thought like the sneaker guys got commission because of the way they talk to you when you walk in there.
Yeah.
It's like
and then they always ask like, well, who sold these to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I help you with anything, boss?
Shit, probably. I don't know. But there was just a bunch of like random like hype beasts to like sneakerheads in there.
Yeah.
And there's like, can I get these? And I'm like, nigga, I'm just, you know. And so he had my size, and I was like, just give them to that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, just give them to him. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like, he just jumped in front of me, and I was like, all right. Like, he was already going to get my size anyways, but just how they came out of nowhere and was like swimming like, what are you getting, bro? I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
what are you getting, bro?
Nigga, it is, I just got in here.
I want to jerk off to the shoes you buy, bro.
I was like, y'all niggas is wilding, bro. So but then that too is like they started doing this thing on JD where it's like if you sign up, like if you have an account, like the reward shit, and if you have a certain amount of points, it's like you can delegate those points to like sneaker releases.
Mm-hmm.
And so the other day they did the ones that I'm trying to get today, and then the which ones is it? The Yeezy, like the salts or the blush.
Yeah,
that's coming out. And the only thing that sucks about that is when you open up the app, like it crashes because there's so many people on there trying to like get the shit and trying to get the access, and then by the time you get to it, it's like they got a fucking size like 6 left. And it's like, all right, well, I don't want that, so I'm not using my points for shit. But yeah, I don't know. So, you know, off of sneaker news.
Yeah.
But just know that I'm trying for them shoes tomorrow.
Trying.
So if y'all hear this on the way to work and y'all forgot that some sneakers were being released, if you're a sneakerhead, then this is your cue.
Big sneaks. Big sneaker energy, baby.
How was that? BSE?
BSE.
Big sneaker energy.
Big sneaker energy.
Man, we might just have to do like a sneaker podcast.
We should. Definitely.
Saucy sneaker boys.
Saucy sneaker boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Same time.
It's a habit. I gotta feel dead air. Like anytime I feel like it's getting dead, I'm like, let me stall. I feel like that filled the open slot. Let's move forward because I want to spend more time on the Super Bowl halftime show anyway. So
just to be clear though, we are new to this podcast shit.
Yeah, only a year doing it.
We've only been doing this for a couple of days. He says a year, but it feels like a couple of days.
It feels like, a couple months. But
you know, I really do want to get into this next thing that you was talking about though. We can just like slide in there real quick.
Okay. So let me preface this by asking you, what was your favorite subject in school, bro?
I was more of a science person.
You fucking nerd. Anyways, no, I'm just playing.
Well, if I do say so myself.
No, I'm just saying. I was a big history guy. I like history. It's because
I'm gonna have to cut you off there. I am sorry.
This
but
guy.
History was so fucking boring.
Okay, I get that. No, let me explain to you why it was nice.
Hold on. I think what fucked it up for me is when I moved here, y'all had Texas history.
Well, of course. It's the greatest state in all of the 50 states.
Do they even have Texas history anymore?
Yeah, you still teach it.
I remember I was so fucked up when I got here because I'm like, why are we just focusing on Texas? Like, there's a whole lot of other history like I want to learn. I got here like middle school.
Okay.
Like
I think you do two helpings of Texas history.
Like 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah, but then you take it in elementary school too. Like 1 year, I believe.
I was like, that's enough about Texas. I know y'all got the Alamo.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, so, and then on top of that, it's just like some of the history teachers that we did have, they were not the best history teachers.
Oh, because they were all coaches, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they're all coaches.
Remember Miss Magnan?
Yeah. She sucked.
She was really sweet to me, though. For some weird fucking reason, she was a really nice person to me, but I would just always fall asleep in her class. I could never stay awake.
I think the reason why our opinions are differing on history classes is because I was an athlete and most of the teachers for my history classes were coaches.
Yeah.
So it was like I couldn't do no wrong really. But
yeah, you had to be on that shit because if not, you was running sprints and practice.
No, it was basically them niggas just gonna pass me regardless. Like it didn't matter. But to me, the reason why I always liked it was because it was basically like story time. That's the way I always think about it. Yeah. So when I was a kid, it was just like, oh, I'm gonna tell you a story about how you niggers were slaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, essentially, that's how it was. But I stumbled across something the other day. It was called the food that built America. And I was just like, I wonder if these foods were built by Negro hands. You know what I'm saying? That was my thought processing at first, just thinking about it. And it's some show that was on like A&E or History. But it's basically they dramatize it and everything. But it tells you like the story of like all these brands and shit that you live your life using and you didn't even know that you were using it. But 100 years ago, they started out as like two homies were working on something. Yeah, on something, and then and then we had like a bitter falling out, and so the other one just took the same idea, ran with it, and blew up. And the other one was like so pissed off that you blew up, so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do my own thing. Now what I'm talking about right now is basically cereal. So the majority of the shit you eat, like cereal, it's either gonna be Post or General Mills, or not General Mills, Kellogg's. And so the way that started was Kellogg's were two brothers, and one of them was like a world-renowned fucking physician. And like a part of his physician and like his like good diet eating and stuff that he would like show people if they came and checked in at his sanitarium was he would feed them like crunched up grain and shit. And that was the first thing of cereal, your breakfast cereal that that everyone consumes today. And so the idea of it was like he had his what he thought was his dim-witted brother running that whole operation.
That nigga was smart as hell.
Essentially, he was like, yeah, I'll just let my dumb brother do it for him. Essentially, that's how he did it.
Nigga took over the whole shit.
But his brother was so smart about it. He was like, look, we got to sell this shit, bro. Like, this shit is good. Like, we can go beyond just like medicinal practices. And like the scientists, brother, the doctor was just like, you're stupid. You failed at business. Like, why would I let you sell things? You couldn't do it. And
I'll show you.
And so like the story behind it is, and what I was talking about is like how many of these brands like literally touched each other, no homo, and cross paths. Was like the dude who founded Post went to that sanitarium.
Oh,
and
shit.
he got on the breakfast plan.
He was on a cereal wave.
And he was basically like, oh shit. And he's a failed businessman also. And while he was doing it, he decided to try and like work in the kitchen under the Kellogg brother to like learn the recipes. Then one day he literally just opened the fucking drawer, stole the recipes, and dipped. And so he fucking launched the first cereal line of Post cereal, Grape Nuts. Basically, it was like one of the old recipes from Kellogg's.
Damn, he done jacked the motherfucking shit.
And it's like, that's like a story as old as time when it comes to like all these powerhouse companies. Because even with Apple, it's the same way.
Yeah.
You think about it, like Steve Jobs was the face, but it was Wozniak and like a couple other people that he fucked out of the company and eventually just ran with. And so when media is a part of it, all you see is Steve Jobs' face, and it's like, oh, it's his company, it's his baby.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of people don't know that like the dude who designed the original Apple logo basically took like $100,000 buyout in the late 70s and was just like, I don't want this, fuck you guys.
And then look at this shit now.
Exactly.
I'd be fucking hurt.
And that's the craziest shit about it. It's like so many stories like that. I'm sure you've heard the story of the McDonald brothers.
Oh yeah.
So
when I seen Founder, I was like, yo, that shit is fucked up.
That's shiesty.
This nigga bought the land.
He bought it all out. He told them you can keep the original McDonald's, and then after he bought McDonald's from them, he told them they had to change their name.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. But the other thing about it, and this could have been dramatization on the show, was basically the fast food experience that we know now was created by the McDonald's brothers.
Yep.
Because they were trying to get away from bellhops and shit of the 50s because it cost too much money. And so they started running a course teaching other restaurants like how to like move faster, basically what would become like the blueprint for fast food and drive-thrus.
Yeah.
And so the show made it seem like all these people were there taking the class with them, but it was like, I know it wasn't like that. It was just over time. But it's like they showed that to the dudes who eventually opened up Burger King. Yeah. The guy who eventually founded Taco Bell, and then someone else all like went through the McDonald's brothers to learn that shit. Yep. And now it's like the fucking, it's what fast food is. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's so crazy to see like how these mega corporations and like these are they're brands, they're iconic symbols and shit that we know that they're gonna be here for another 100 years, and it's just so crazy to see how they started out of pettiness. Yep. A lot of them of just like sheer fucking pettiness and like backstabbing evil bullshit.
It's just somebody in the group is like, I can do this shit way better than y'all.
Just like, fuck you.
I'm gonna take y'all's plan and freak it to the shit that I know how to do, and then just shit on y'all. That's crazy.
It's wild as fuck. I think the Coca-Cola story was probably the worst. It's like a dude was like a Civil War vet, was looking for something to cure his injuries from the Civil War, but fuck him, he was a Confederate soldier. But it doesn't mean anything. But so like, of course, at this time, everyone's heard the story. The original Coke had cocaine in it.
Cocaine,
because it was made with the coca leaf and shit. And so he basically built it up by accident. Most of the stories are like that. And then like this dude who just had big fat pockets was like, yo, I want in. And like the guy who made Coca-Cola was so in debt for money because he was an opium fiend at the time. He was a crackhead in the 1800s. He basically put an ad in the paper and was like, I'll sell half of my company for $2,000.
God damn.
And that's how the dude who took over Coca-Cola got his foot in the door to take the brand from him. So he does that. Homie eventually dies of stomach cancer, the dude who created Coca-Cola, and nigga just goes to his fucking family at the end of when the dude dies at the funeral and says, I want to buy whatever shares of the company he left you to, his wife and son. He's like, I'll buy it from you. How much do you want? And the nigga said $300. $300.
And look at this shit now.
And so the dude who created Coca-Cola does not get the glory because homie's family sold that shit away and now it's like $1 trillion fucking company.
That is wild.
And it's just,
and that's on like every continent,
everywhere. It's just, yeah. It's just, you know, these are like the things in history that I like to know. I want to know like the juicy details, the dark shit.
I like shit like that.
I always say I hated sugar.
Like
I hate how they sugarcoated it when we were kids and shit. Like, yes, I get it. The Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock, but it wasn't. They didn't fucking like join forces with the Native Americans. I know it was a bloody fucking struggle, and they killed people.
Like, tell me the truth, motherfuckers.
Like, yeah. And so I don't know. I just thought that was interesting shit. If y'all want to check it out, it's out there on Hulu. If you want to know more about this shit, it's 2 episodes. They're each like an hour and a half.
I'm gonna have to peep that shit.
But yeah, just get into it.
That's what's up.
And speaking of America, there's nothing more American than the Super Bowl or the big game. Especially that Super Bowl halftime show. Chaku, this was the first time in history that a rap act headlined the Super Bowl halftime show, which I find crazy.
And let me tell you, there was some white folks that were really mad about that shit.
I saw some white dude on Twitter was like, I can't believe the NFL is letting this nigger shit happen. And like people were just roasting his ass all day long.
Dog, I seen a video of this dude and he's jamming out. He's on the couch like having a good time. But he's panning the camera before he gets to him. Like his whole family in the living room watching it. And they just all look disappointed.
Fuck them.
And then he puts the camera on him and he's rapping like every word. I'm just like, and then it's a group of white folks. But yeah, that shit, you know. Okay, so before we dig into this real quick, I want to tell you that I've been on a kick lately, and so this ties into Music Corner. I mean, I've always been on this kick because I produce music, so like I've been digging into samples heavily lately.
You're a producer?
Yeah, I produce music, baby.
Put it out there.
I know I need to. I'm sitting on a lot of shit. I'm sitting on Donda 3, 4.
Stop being so fucking humble. Stop. I'm just your neighborhood DJ.
I'm just your friendly neighborhood DJ guy.
That's all I do.
But yeah, so I've been digging into like samples and shit, and so the thing that amazes me is like I can listen to songs and like countless amounts of songs, but I can always find pieces, like even the smallest pieces that were sampled somewhere.
Yeah.
And so I was with my girl and I was telling her, I was like, hey, I was like, what does this song remind you of? And just trying to like get her to like see where she like has heard it from before. And it's so hard for her to do.
It is, to the untrained ear. So like, I don't know, I'm not as good at you at doing it, but I know I can. It when I hear obvious ones, I'll immediately be like, oh shit, Ye sampled that.
Yeah.
Or oh shit, Dre sampled that. But like I know, like if I were to ask my girl the same thing, she'd be like, I don't know. Like what? Like,
and it was funny because so the Belaire just dropped, right?
Fuck that show.
And the very first episode, the opening song was "What We Do," and it was Beanie Sigel Freeway. And
even though what we do is wrong, we still hustle till the sun come up.
Crack a 40 when the sun go down.
Yeah.
It's a cold winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up. But that beat is so fucking hard, right?
Yeah.
But the original sample is amazing in itself. And so we had heard the song, like I kept playing it in the car on the way home. I had that shit on repeat. But
that's Just Blaze, right?
Fuck yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So I'm playing it, and then like I get on this kick, nigga. I'm just going through samples. I'm like, this song is this song, this song is that song, this song is sampled in this song, and my girl's just looking at me like, this nigga's retarded.
You're like Charlie in Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the wire board and shit going crazy. Like, you babe, you just don't get it. This connects this.
Yeah, so I'm going through it, and then I was like, I show her the sample for What We Do, and I'm like, all right, you got to tell me what song this is. Mind you, she just heard this song like 8 times in a row. No lie, like I played that shit back to back. So I'm showing her, and she's like, "Oh, well, it sounds familiar."
Sounds familiar?
I was like, "Yo," and so I'm asking her again. I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna give you one more shot." I'm like, "What song is this from?" And she's like, "I don't know." And she just gave up. And I showed her the song. She's like, "Oh my god." She's like, how did I not get that?
Yeah.
And so it blows my mind that like I don't know. It's just crazy to see that like some people can't really get the sample thing. Like because you've even said some shit before. You're like, hey, I think this sounds like this song, and I'm like, no, it's actually this one. And I show you, and you're like, man, fuck you, Chaku.
It's not even that. It's like it's so many levels to it. Like there's the ear for the beat itself, but then like you have people who don't even like listen to lyrics. They're just in it for the hook. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if the hook is catchy enough, they'll be saying it. But then like when the lyrics, like the verse comes on, they're just mumbling. Yeah. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people, like I remember working with a guy and I was like, it blew my mind. And he was like, no, I don't listen to lyrics. I just like catchy hooks and shit. And I was just like, what?
Which is why music is why it's where it's at right now.
Exactly. And this was like 10 years ago at this time. And then like I essentially taught him how to listen to lyrics. And he was like, oh, now I get why you like this artist. Now I get why you like that artist. Yeah. Like, yeah, like I'm listening to the lyrics, but a lot of people won't do that. But I do find it kind of apropos that we talked about Dre last week for Music Corner. I brought Snoop Dogg's Gin for Music Corner, and then we get to see a show headlined by them. Yeah. And it was just like all the shit that I vividly remember my mom blaring in the kitchen while she's making dinner for me in like the late 90s. So it was just like, it's a breath of fresh air. I was shocked at how much they let Snoop get away with. Crip rocking, throwing up the Crip sign.
I feel like they didn't let him get away with it. They was just like, let's hope this nigga don't go crazy.
I thought it was hilarious. I was just like, damn, he don't give a fuck.
And then he got up there, he was like, ain't that, And then I don't know, but for some reason I thought the Tupac hologram was going to make a resurgence.
Everyone thought that, especially when he started playing I Ain't Mad at You on the piano.
I didn't know Dre played piano like that.
Yeah.
I thought he was just like, he was sample shit and that nigga was really up there playing.
No, Dre's he's a musician, man.
Musician. Low key, I kind of felt like he like learned that before the show.
It wouldn't shock me. I mean, I feel like he has like a mind like that.
I feel like he really don't be playing keys like that.
Well, didn't he do the keys on Still Dre? Isn't that him?
I think. Man.
You know what?
I could be wrong, but I could. Yeah, I'm thinking.
I think it's Storch. It was Storch. Because that when he was beefing with Timberland, he called that nigga the Piano Man.
Yeah.
And that was the song. He's like, fuck what you talking about. You just a piano man.
That was the weirdest fucking beef. That was the weirdest beef. Timberland's rapping about like this. And I mean, Scott Storch can't rap. So like he would just produce songs and be like, I'm a good producer. I don't know how the fuck Scott Storch sound, but
not like that. Storch.
But yeah, that nigga Timbo was going hard on Scott.
Yeah. Niggas was mad because I think it's because at the time Storch was like the hottest producer out. I don't remember what the beef was about, but I know it had something to do with like Storch getting all the praise at the time, and like Timberland was like, "Bitch, I'm a real producer. You just play keys, nigga. Like that's all you do." You know what I'm saying? But yeah, speaking of real producers, yo, Dre, man, the production amazing.
Yes.
On all the shit. Here's what I'll say: Dre's beats take you on like there, because I've been listening back on like a bunch of old shit. I was listening to what's it called, Illmatic today, and it's like there are certain beats that just take you away mentally, and put you in the area and put you someplace. And when the intro to Still Dre comes on, it's like it puts you in a lowrider, cruising down like a boulevard in LA. Yeah. That's how you just feel. It feels like the beginning of that video. You know what I'm saying? Dun, 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 dun. Or I see the beginning of a Training Day when them niggas hop in the car after he like tells Jay Coit to pay the bill, and they hop in the car and he like hits the switches and shit as they're pulling out of the diner, and fucking Still Dre starts popping off. You're like, damn. And it's like his beats just it gives you visuals. Yeah. And that's what I love. That's what I always loved about Dre.
One for me is The Watcher.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom. Dum, 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 dum. And the drums on that shit hit so hard.
Watch.
Everywhere that I go. Man, y'all don't even know.
Yo, y'all youngins. Yo, man, that was.
We really sound like some old heads now.
I felt like the drunk uncle on Super Bowl Sunday. Listen, like, this my shit.
Yeah, you don't even fucking know, little nigga.
So I got to remind myself all the time that my girl is not from here. You know what I'm saying? She didn't grow up here. And so her understanding of the culture it's still like out there. So she asked me when Eminem comes up, and she was like, and he's doing "Lose Yourself." She was like, "Oh, that's the song that made him famous, right?" And I I had to pause because I was just like,
"What?"
I was like, "What?" Like I almost was like, "What? Are you kidding me?" But then I had to realize, like, oh, you weren't in America for the Eminem explosion, and when like Dre co-signed him and shit. I was like, no, the real Slim Shady made him popular.
Yeah.
And I was like, by the time he put this song out, he was like 3 albums deep in the game.
Yeah, that nigga was in the movie.
And I was like trying to tell her, it was like, that's just like the most commercial song he has that fits a sporting event.
That nigga
That's the only reason why he did it.
Be Rabbit.
It's like, yeah, it's like I knew, because I knew before the show, I was like, everyone knows Eminem's gonna do "Lose Yourself." Like that's the one song he's gonna do because it's a Super Bowl. And my mind was just like, if he's not gonna do "Lose Yourself," he's gonna do "Till I Collapse."
Yep.
Because those are the two like sports, two songs that fit hand in hand with sports.
Get
you know what I'm saying?
Hyped up and shit.
Very commercial and not as like lyrics didn't age as bad as on the other shit. You know what I'm saying? But,
so out of that whole performance, what were some like memorable moments?
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
I love how
short amount of time he was on there, that nigga killed that shit.
I love how it just turned into a Kendrick Lamar video.
Yeah, and then like the camera work on that shit,
amazing,
bruh. Them dancers was out there fucking getting it, and then you couldn't see Lil Kendrick really when he first popped out.
Short,
but then he popped out, and that motherfucker was like 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
that shit was dope.
Them niggas was just in the that overhead shot. That was nice. Man, I would have loved to see. I know everyone's getting their jokes off on 50. They're saying that nigga look like a whole dollar now.
That nigga is almost 50 years old. Some of y'all are 32 looking like 46-year-old 50. So y'all need to stop talking shit.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
I'm starting to look like 46-year-old 50.
But that was the surprise of the show, of course. Like
I wasn't expecting that nigga to
no one thought 50 was gonna be
start swinging from the rafters and shit like Beowulf.
Yeah. Just like the just like the video and shit. It was like, oh, like
pop down. It was funny because I looked on 50's Instagram and he posted a picture of Bizarre in that video.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck did this shit? I mean, shit, he could laugh at it, so whatever.
50 told me to do sit-ups to get buffed.
2.5
could get up. Oh, shit.
Man, D12, bro.
That's hilarious.
There was so much good music back then.
Look, I'm telling you, it's definite trip down memory lane. I went to Spotify right after and just was running the whole Dr. Dre playlist, and it was just taking me back on like so many of them songs. I saw the clip emerged of Jay-Z rapping Still Dre in the audience, and like somebody was like, did you know Jay-Z wrote Still Dre? And it's like, yes, nigga, we know. Like, of course, we know, of course. But it's not about that.
Yeah, motherfucker, you late.
It's like, we get it, nigga. We get it, random person.
But yeah, overall, I mean, I know a lot of people kind of shit on it because, of course, you know, anytime hip-hop artists, it doesn't really necessarily have to be a black artist, but anything hip-hop when it comes to like NFL, I know people kind of get about.
Well, now they know how we feel whenever they bring out old fucking decrepit bands and country singers.
You know, I did see one comment that kind of like set me. I was like, bro, he said something about like, oh, well, Kid Rock and like something. I'm like, Kid Rock?
Yeah, in 2022, that's who you want to see?
It would have did a better job than what was just...
Fuck out of here.
But then again, you know, at the end of the day, we chalk it up to culture and what you've been exposed to. And a lot of people just don't want to step outside the box on shit. Because if Kid Rock would have did the Super Bowl, I would have probably liked it just as much as... Because I fuck with ball with the ball up.
You don't fuck with none of this shit that nigga be doing now. Fuck him.
Not now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's just like...
Here's my thing. I thought it was the safe call. I thought like Dre and Snoop were like the safe call because I figure so many 50-year-olds now grew up listening to that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're the ones who like have their families with like their 15 and 16-year-olds and they're telling them like, oh, this is what
this was shit.
This is what daddy and mommy were listening to in college. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect so many like videos and comments from like 70-year-old white dudes who were like, oh, NFL lost their mind letting these niggers perform at halftime. Like, what?
Yeah, like
are you kidding me? Like,
y'all gotta chill out.
It's like, yo, sorry, it's not the Who, and nobody gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, it's not something that was playing in the turn of the century when you were fucking 20. But it's just like it's culturally relevant. You know what I'm saying? It's LA. You can't do nothing from anybody else from LA. There's no band out there that's LA.
Yeah, who's like a LA band that's really doing shit out there like that?
No one's maybe Red Hot. I could do Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, I could do that.
We could do that.
That would be dope as fuck too, though.
That would have been dope.
If they would have did, what if they would have did Snoop, Dre, Red Hot Chili Peppers, fucking that would have been fucking ill.
Who gets bumped though? That's the thing. Oh
no, nobody gets bumped because you think M would get bumped?
Yeah.
Nah, I think if they would have brought Red Hot Chili Peppers out there to like do a mashup shit with like M, and then fucking maybe Linkin Park, I don't know. Yeah. I'm just throwing shit out there, but yeah, if they would have, Red Hot Chili Peppers would have been dope.
But yeah, it's just the fact of like you say LA, you think a culturally this rose kind of got me saucy. A culturally relevant artist, it has to be Dre. Like Dre, you can't put together NWA again. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you got to just pull Dre. Like the only thing that I would have liked was maybe like an NWA thing, but I think probably Goodell like shut that down from the jump. He was like, you will not have them niggers from NWA. Yeah, you will not be performing Fuck the Police on this stage.
Shit like that.
But I remember it was a big deal because they said like they told him to bleep out that verse on Still Dre of like Still Not Loving Police.
And he still
said that shit. They were like, they tried to tell him to
it's not like that shit's going to make him any less rich.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not getting paid for the show anyways.
It's sad though. My man had to become a billionaire to get the Super Bowl halftime show, and there's trasher artists that they let perform. They ain't even close to that.
Yeah.
So, but all in all, I liked it. They've been killing it. I feel like that's two dope Super Bowl halftime shows back to back. Weekend killed it too last year. I saw
man. Okay, so I want to say this before we end the show. Snoop is the ultimate fucking artist.
Yeah.
This nigga is just everywhere. He's doing fucking Hispanic songs. He's doing German TV commercials.
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Got his own gin.
It's pretty good.
He just dropped an album. By the way, on the album, there's a song called Crip Your Enthusiasm. Have you heard that shit yet?
No, but I like the title.
I'm going to show you that shit. And the way the sample was flipped was so fucking crazy.
Please tell me they flipped the Curb Your Enthusiasm thing.
They did.
Oh, my goodness.
And this shit is fucking hard. This shit is hard. A lot of people probably think it's stupid, but when I heard this shit, I think Green Lantern produced it. And a lot of people sleep on Green Lantern. Green Lantern was producing shit. We're going down a rabbit hole. But what I want to say before we end this shit.
He used to be Eminem's old tour DJ a long time ago.
But Snoop, man, this nigga Snoop. And then like you see that shit that came out before like the Super Bowl and all that shit. Like some chick try to like
it was calculated, but it's a false accusation.
But that shit is crazy. Like the moment somebody gets something big like that, you got one fucking person that wants to try to ruin your whole career.
He got out ahead of it and was just like, y'all watch out, it's scamming season. People trying to get the bag.
Yeah, for real. But what's Snoop's net?
I don't know.
It's probably something fucking
I know
stupid.
it ain't a Billy, but it's probably high up there, man.
I'm surprised it's not.
Uncle Snoop, man, that's just like I said last week. You talk about image reconstruction, bro. This man beat a murder charge.
For real.
Nigga was running with Pac, beat a murder charge. Can we do a little deep dive on the Snoop career real quick?
Yeah.
Man, also, another news, he owns Death Row Records now, which is crazy. So it comes full circle. But the thing that I want to talk about, why do people sleep on Snoop Dogg's No Limit run? Like, niggas,
shit.
I feel like everyone forgets that Snoop Dogg was on No Limit.
I'm one of the sleepers.
That's crazy.
I forgot about that shit.
It's like, I forget about it too, but it's just like, when all the No Limit shit was blowing up, Snoop Dogg was in those videos. Snoop Dogg had verses on them songs, dog. Snoop Dogg had like 2 albums on No Limit, and he credits a fucking Master P for like revitalizing his career. Because he like says numerous times, like once the Death Row shit fell through, he was like, I was broke. He was like, I was in a bad contract and broke, and like Master P was like, I'll give you money, I'll buy you a house in New Orleans, just come record. And he did that. And he got him back on his feet. He gave him those 2 albums, and then like Snoop was like, can I go back to LA? He was like, you good. Do what you need to do. And he kept it playing with him the whole time. Didn't fuck nobody over, nothing. And it's just like, I feel like we sleep on it because Snoop Dogg's career is so long and vast. And I mean, it's followed up by the Star Trek album. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, damn, he had a run on No Limit, and it's crazy as fuck. He was one of the first other coast artists fucking with Southern motherfuckers like that.
Is No Limit still a thing?
I don't think it's like a record label.
Bring No Limit back, baby. I want a fucking tank. I want the chain. The 9 and 9.
Dun, 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 dun.
That shit used to get us so hyped. Oh, Mystical. How's he doing?
Probably in jail.
Damn.
I think he raped somebody else. So.
Damn it, Mystical. Fuck, man.
Tired of running.
Oh shit. God damn.
Good times.
Snoop has a fucking amazing career.
He does.
You know, I've always said that I wanted if I had a career like that, or like any career that was significant. I mean, my run right now is pretty solid, so I'm cool with that. My little, whatever. But like that level,
always relevant, never falling off.
yeah. And he don't even really have to do much.
Exactly.
He just like, oh, let me pop up in this movie, cuz
he
like,
just does.
He do this commercial, cuz
he's just him.
Oh, Martha Stewart doing this. Hey, Martha, what's up? We doing this.
They pay him to be him.
Yeah.
Yo, Snoop, man, just come through, smoke some weed, and be you.
And be you.
That's
Yeah.
all you got to do.
Like when he DJ'd that shit here, he played a fucking show in Seguin. Now, if y'all know what the fuck Seguin is, like this is just like some little small town. This motherfucker did a DJ set at this place called Kerrigan's and was in and out. He just came, did his shit, played some classics, and then dipped. And some people were kind of mad about it, but I'm just like, that's what the fuck. Were you expecting?
You're Seguin. He's not going to give you guys a full show. Relax.
He ain't gonna give you the Super Bowl show.
Relax.
But yeah, shout out to Snoop.
Shout out Snoop, man. 50-year-old still hit that C-walk like he's 20. Crazy.
He still look like he's 20.
Yeah.
Minus the grays, but.
And the hairline going back.
Yeah.
But other than that, big Snoop Dogg, Uncle
Man.
Snoop. Your gin is amazing, brother.
Oh, shit.
I think we good.
I think we good. Shout out to Rick Ross for the rose.
Rose.
Huh. So I'm going to have to put some in there. All right, whatever. We about to get the fuck out of here, man. So on that note, we're going to end this episode. And like always, follow up with us on Instagram, MySpace, Black Planet. We'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Peace.